arrive in class today, our last class together. And I'm going to give you a bunch of these movements that are wonderful to do every single day. They're easy to do every single day, and they will help to regulate, ground, and center, and harmonize your body, your mind, your energy, and your spirit. All right? So I want to start with Donna Eden is an energy medicine practitioner. She is a medical intuitive. She has loads of free work out there you can look up and follow up with, and videos, but she also has like an encyclopedia, more in-depth practices of what she created. They're very simple, touching and tapping, right? So, and many of you have been coming know these already. So let's take the first flange of your thumb, and you're going to sweep across from the center of the forehead to the temples. And you want to give it a nice massage, and you want that massage to be enough to stimulate, and to churn, but not so hard that it's unpleasant. And then the second position is either side of the nose, sweeping across the cheekbones, maybe wipe or wash over the ears. Now, and then the third position is the heel of the hand, sweeping from the center of the chin across the jawline, maybe whirl over the jaw joint. Build a lot of tension in the face, right? The face is always out there. And then the fourth position is the thumb pad, sweeping across the upper eye socket rim from the inner to the outer corner. And 2 or 3 or 4 is enough. I've been doing these every day, like for more than 40 years. And then the last position is, be gentle, is from the inner corner of the lower eye socket rim, sweeping across. And avoid any pressure to the eyeball on this. And, the eye skin is even more delicate than the facial skin, so be mindful of that. And then shake your hands out, and just see if you feel or notice anything. This stimulates your neurovasculars, cerebral spinal fluid, histamines, and collagen. All right, the next group of exercises we're going to do come out of EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique Tapping, which is widely used in mental health resources and care. So the first point is the inner bulb of the collarbone, or that, right on either side of the clavicle notch, the first rib, find that first rib. And it's really best to tap, but if it's not comfortable to tap, you can massage. And I use my knuckles because my fingertips hurt and I have long nails. Inhale through the nose, big exhale through the mouth. This really counts. Bring that inhale in, let me see those bodies moving. Exhale, you let it out. Second position is right over the thymus gland. Put one hand over the belly button, power center. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, middle of the upper chest. Thymus gland is involved in a lot of your metabolic processes. You can look them up, I'm not going to name them here. Third position in this series is the middle of the front rib cage, just beneath the middle of the breast. Tapping, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And you can see I'm tapping hard enough that my voice is moving. Fill the lungs top to bottom, side to side, front to back. Really push that out. Let the exhale be your garbage person. And then for today, the last point is the last rib right above the waist. That last one is the heart, the spleen, the gallbladder, the liver, all those processing and assimilation organs. This is the kidney band, your adrenals. They're on top of your kidneys. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, small intestine, ascending, descending colon. So they correlate again, as we've been talking, with major body systems. And then just shake your hands out and sit for a moment and let all that go in. Yeah, change position if you need to. I'm going to need to. I eat a lot of food I don't usually eat. My body's screaming at me. Now let's just take the torso and make some nice circles. And see if you can dive forward with the belly button. And think of it as that your torso is like grinding, right? The mortar and the pestle. And make it as big or as small that feels good for you. And then change direction. I got it. I'm waiting. Waiting to hear. And let the breath flow in a nice, natural way. And then pause, and you can change the cross of your legs here. And then like we did, well, let's first do this. Let's inhale the arms up, exhale the arms down, inhale the arms up, exhale the arms down, inhale the arms up, interlace, press the palms to the ceiling. Let's make a few little circles here, nice and easy. And then just hold. And let's take a little tilt to one side, doesn't matter which side, and then flow through center and tilt to the other side. And flow through center and bring the arms out to shoulder height. And then cross your left arm across your chest and catch it with your forearm and look to the left. Lower the shoulders down. So feel that left shoulder blade really moving across the rib cage back there. And then let's come to center and either hug yourself or wrap the forearms and hands together. And then inhale up, exhale down, and press the forearms down. Upper body rounds the shoulder blades from like the back of the heart up, and press the hands towards the floor. Bring the chin to the chest. Keep going. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. A few times. And then release. And take your left hand over your right chest. I'm trying to. And then bring the other hand on top and drag that skin to the right. Drag that skin to the right. Look to the left. Lower the shoulders. Deep breaths into the hand. Your lungs go all the way up there. And then release, come back to center, roll the shoulders back, roll the shoulders forward, tilt the head to one side, come to center, tilt the head to the other side, come to center, bring the chin forward, gentle rocking side to side, and then to neutral. Let's roll the torso around again. And when you go back, you round a little bit. And when you come forward, you arch it a little bit, kind of reaching with the rib cage and the heart. And then change direction. And pause. And let's inhale the arms up and exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale down. And inhale up and interlace the uncomfortable way. Press the palms to the ceilings. If it's comfortable, make little circles. Just kind of think of rolling the upper arm bone in the shoulder socket. Getting the top pad of the shoulder. Nice little massage. And then release the hands to shoulder height. Cross the right arm across your chest. Catch it with your left forearm. Look to the right. Lower the shoulders. And see if you can bring the breath up underneath the right shoulder blade. Your lung goes pretty far up there. Just play with it. Big deep breaths of that awareness. And come to center and eagle arms in yoga, Garandasana. The eagle. Who got the eagle in the stones? Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Just rounding the upper chest and back, chin to the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Forearms and hands gently lower as well towards the floor. And then open the arms out. Left hand over the left chest, above the left chest area, right hand on top, and kind of drag the flesh to the left and look to the right. Lower the shoulders. And now breathe into your hand there. And if you can't feel the breath going there, it's okay. You've never done this before. And come back to center, release the arms down, roll the shoulders back, roll the shoulders forward. A nice raking. Take your hands, oh God, there's so many things connected with this. All right, keep it simple. So you're just gonna rake across, then you're going to rake down to the top of the collarbones, then you're going to rake down to the heart. And each movement gets a full breath. Take your time. One more. Release your hands down. That comes out of the Muni-Kai practice from elbow below dome and Marcella. Roll the shoulders back, roll the shoulders forward. Okay, we're going to add on now. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Now we change the direction. Inhale out, exhale up. Inhale out. Think of it like you're raking your whole energy field. Inhale out, up and down. One more. And rest. Inhale up. Exhale to the side. It's really meant to be floppy. Inhale up. Exhale, flop. Inhale up. Flow with your own breath. Go ahead and let the hip lift on the side that you're leaning away from. This is more about movement and breath and gentleness. It's not about range of motion. We're stimulating in specific ways, specific body systems. Obviously, this is working the core more than a little, right? And sit. And then it's let's change across the legs, sorry, forgive me. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Keep going. These come from a woman called Jamie Schmidt, and she runs a yoga therapy program that's been on the ground for way longer than yoga therapy was even thought of as a healing modality or respected in the medical and corporate fields. Just a couple of more. Breath is really important. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then pause. Just bring the arms out. Bring left arm up. You're going to pat yourself on the back. And then you can walk the other arm up, or you can, take a strap to help you hold that. Whatever works for you, or you can hold your clothing. Now get the torso nice and tall and pull the elbows away from each other. Engage the belly, engage the pelvic floor. We're going to do the solar core power routine. You're going to love that. It's going to give you a whole bunch of energy for the rest of the day. And let's tilt one side, doesn't matter which one first, and tilt to the other side. You got to remember which elbow is up, because we all put a separate elbow up. And then see if you can come forward a little bit. Use that core, engage the belly. And come up and release down. So this is working with, you have all these primal patterns in your body from when the egg and the sperm first came together and how the embryo forms. It's really so magical. I studied it in depth with a woman called Bonnie Cohen, Bainbridge Cohen. She's the foremost expert in somatics in the world, in my own opinion, which is not worth anything to anybody but me. And she has such information, a wealth of information about this, and the primal patterns in our bodies that are running our nervous system, everything, and how we are now, from when that first egg and sperm came together, whether it was a pleasant or an unpleasant experience, what happened during the pregnancy, how was the birth. And the thing that amused me the most, the brain follows the heart in the embryonic development. And that is something to me that was so profound in our lives. Like we've moved away from living from here, right? There are some beautiful heart-centered cultures still in the world. Let's bring the other arm out, bring it up, give yourself a pat. So when we're working with these things that we're doing here, we're working with we're talking to those patterns, those primal patterns, basic movement, basic foundation of all movement. Elbows trying to pull away from each other. And they're very specific, and we even see it in other creatures. Like all the yoga postures are trees and animals and elements. There's reason for that. The yogis saw, the connectivity of everything, right? It's so beautiful. And release, roll the shoulders back, roll the shoulders forward. And then let's take our strap. And we're just going to do a few of these sitting here. You can, closer together is harder. Bent elbow is fine. So you inhale up, exhale down. Anyway, the point of all that is we have all this cellular memory that we have no conscious knowledge of, right? And so patterns get set into our bodies, not only from when we were first conceived in our whole life, but genetically, right? And then the next time you're up on top, stay there and twirl the rib cage, if it's okay. Make sure you engage the belly a little bit. Engage the pelvic floor a little bit. Have tension between the hands, holding the strap. And then come to center and keep that tension and just tilt side to side. And then release it down. Roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. And just sit with that for a moment. So take one of your legs, even if it's just like this, right? And let's see if you can rock it. Most of you should be able to. And if not, you can just be sitting, if one leg has to be straight, you can be here like this, rocking your leg. If you're super flexible, you can be here, okay? And you want to try and sit up as much as you can, just rocking. This is one of Betty Bell's favorite. Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah,
and then
over
pause.
to the side.
Yeah, pause and kind of draw the leg in and up a little further and sit up to it a little bit. And then let's take it out and in, and out and in, and out and in. Think of it more as a massage, right? You don't even have to go to your full range of motion. And then see if you can hold it there. If you can't, it doesn't matter. And let's see if we can take it out to the side a little bit, and then see if you can lower it. I can't, because I have injuries that are I was struck by lightning, I think. Injuries that are still healing. Inhale the arms up and flow forward. Round that spine. Let the legs be relaxed. Again, this is really not, we're not doing Pilates, yoga, major stretching. We are working more with the subtleness of the body structures than we are the actual structures. So I really think of yin yoga. You're relaxed. If you want support here, get it there, a block on your forehead or whatever. And then gently walk over to your leg a little bit. And then gently just sit it up and go, oh, good, that's done. Switch to the other side. And wherever your stretch is, it is. If you need to lie down and do this, lie down and do it. This is perfectly respectable. Again, it's more about that massage in there than it is, oh, let me see if I can do my head. Which honestly I did like 4 times in my whole life, so it doesn't matter. And then sit up to it a little bit. That's obviously my more flexible side, whatever. And then reach it out and back, bring the knee towards the underarm, only if you can. And you could even do this. This is part of, you're still working all those muscles. Next time it's out there, see if you can hold it. Challenge it, or don't. Just hold it. And then bring it out to the side a little bit and see if you can lower it, or let your hand help you lower it. And then just kind of come up and flop forward. It's a flop. Just flop. Bring your forehead on a block, or you can put your chin in your hands. Yeah, it's subtle, gentle. You're still working those tendons and ligaments, and today is not really about that. We're trying to get the systems to communicate in a different way with this subtleness, right? This slowing down, this doing less, which is actually more. Then walk towards the leg, kind of say, oh, hello, leg. Thank you for carrying me through my life. I love you. We have to love our bodies. Our body is our vehicle, our sacred temple. You have your sacred altars over there that you spend so much time and love and energy on. And gently sit it up. And lay down. And take a block with you and lay down flat. I'll do a few more. I'm kind of interspersing some of the energy exercises. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to do, watch time. Maybe we will stand up. We'll see. Have your knees bent. Make sure the head and neck and trunk are aligned. And the feet are hip distance apart, but they're far enough away from your buttocks that there's a little bit of space behind the back knee, the back of the knee. And then just kind of flatten out the low back, right? And then exaggerate that little arch by the waist, but nothing comes off the ground but that little low back arch, curve, it's natural, and keep rocking the pelvis. So I want you to rock, exaggerating the low back arch, and then flattening it out. It's actually just more than rock, it's tilting the pelvis. Mutation, counter mutation, whatever, all But think of it more as a massage. And what I want you to do while you're doing this is kind of pay attention. Can you feel the low back? Can you feel the buttock muscles? Can you feel the hip flexor muscles? Can you feel the pelvic floor? Do you feel up into the rib cage? Do you see how the body is kind of naturally rocking with this motion, right? And then pause. And then put a little bit of weight into your feet, and you're going to lift the pelvis off the floor a ½ inch, and you're going to swing it side to side. Think of a hammock. Think of a hammock. And, the back of the low back might even be brushing against your mat, or you could drag it side to side if you don't feel like you have the strength. You could drag the pelvis side to side, swing in like a hammock. Breath is flowing, steady, even, balanced. And then lower. Now, straighten out the left leg. Bend the right knee, and can you get it underneath your left thigh? I want to see you all. Everybody's got that. Bend the left leg and bend the right knee and bring it underneath your left thigh. Right underneath. Oh, good. Y'all got it. All right. Bring the right hand to cup the back of your neck, the head, your skull. And then either bring the left hand to the right foot or on top of the left thigh. If you can't reach the foot, it's okay. Just put the hand on top of the left thigh as far as you can. That's all. Now, so you're cupping the back of your head like you would hold a newborn infant. And you're either holding your right foot or your hand is on your thigh. 3 deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Really fill and empty on these. This is one of those cross-body patterns that's primal, foundational. And then just hold breathing normally for a couple of breaths. Rest. Very restful position. Arms are heavy. The foot can flop out. Feel the asymmetry, but feel how anything else might have some information for you to observe in your own body while you're here like this. And then let's just change sides. So we're just changing sides. Same thing, opposite side. Cradling the back of the head, the skull, the base of the skull. There's some very important touch points there. With your left hand, right leg is straight, left foot is under the right thigh or knee. You're either holding the left foot or the right hand is on the right thigh, And 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then just lie still, breathing normally, but trying to breathe, that diaphragmatic yoga way of breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth, steady, even, relaxed breath. The body is relaxed. Let the mind flow into the breath. And then release, and bring the feet to the floor and rock the pelvis again. Little gentle pelvis rock. Feet, remember, are hip distance apart. There's a little space behind the knees. Nice gentle pelvic tilt. Don't move fast, move slow. Slow down, walk slow. I really appreciate that, that's great. And then lift the pelvis and swing it side to side like a hammock. And then lay the pelvis down. Now, I want you to bring the arms off your shoulders like a goalpost. So the elbows are bent and the backs of the forearm and the hands are on the floor. Fingertips pointing behind you. So everybody got that goalpost? Now, press into your feet and rock your whole body. I want to see you rock your whole body. You're going to push into the feet and the body is going to glide. It's more like a gliding rock. Push. Nothing comes off the floor. Nothing comes off the floor. So you're pushing into the feet and the body's rocking that way. Push into your feet. Relax. Push into your feet and get that motion going. I know, this is really, first time I tried to do this, I couldn't do it. Don't leave your body on the floor. Push into your feet and get that going. You feel that? And you want to get it happening so that the pelvis starts rocking, the thorax starts rocking, the head starts rocking. Good. All right. And keep playing with it because this is not an easy movement for the body. We hold a lot of tension in these hips. The pelvis tilting, the rib cage kind of tilting, the head tilting. You just play with it. So this is setting up a connection from the heels to the crown of your head through your skeletal system. It's good for bone marrow. But it's also shaking up all the lymph and blood, and chemicals that are in your blood, and all the tissues. And then stop. And let the knees gently release to the right. And then gently, carefully, with as little effort as possible, bring them through center and let them go over to the other side. And then come back to center. And hug the knees to your chest with your hands cupping the knees and just pulling them towards you. The elbows are bent, the feet are together, the insides of the legs are together. And then release them away only as far as the elbow straightens out. So just rock the knees towards you and away. Gentle movements, very small range of motion. Pressing the inner legs and the inner feet together is the only effort you're making here. These exercises are out of a system called the Basic Six from Bartemiev, which was a system that was developed similarly, somatic work with primal movement patterns and resolving issues in the body and the psyche through, the somatics, breath, attention and awareness. And then release the feet to the floor. And take your block. And I think everybody's going to put the longer small edge between the thighs. And bring your feet together. The back of your torso is grounded. And ground the feet, squeeze the block. Engage your buttock muscles towards each other. Automatically, you're going to feel the pelvic floor engage, but if you don't, engage your pelvic floor, and this is all very gentle, 15 to 20% of your effort. And now, pay attention and see if you can close your excretory sphincter muscles. You're in the middle of the desert on the highway, you can't stop, there's no bathroom. Just hold this, grounding the feet, squeezing the block, squeezing the buttock muscles towards each other, engage the pelvic floor, engage the excretory sphincter muscles. And you're not straining, but you are engaged. See what you can feel, see what you cannot feel. Notice where you can hold and where you can't. It takes a long time to establish these connections to these tissues and the intelligence that resides in every cell. This routine is excellent for excretory health, sexual health, energy. From the waist up, you're relaxed. Ground the feet, squeeze the buttock muscles, engage the pelvic floor, engage the excretory sphincter muscles. Now bring your hands to your thighs and push away and see what happens to the low belly panel. Relaxing from the waist up and breathing. This is called Ashwini Mudra. Ashwini means horse, power, horsepower. And then release. Keep the block between the thighs passively. Take the knees to the right. Bring your hands over the left side of your abdomen, inside the rib cage, inside the hip. Big, deep breath. Inhale, balloon the belly into the hands. Exhale, empty, squeeze in. Inhale, big balloon belly breath. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, balloon breath. Exhale, squeeze in. And then just a few breaths, breathing normally. So we're rinsing and soaking all these tissues, we're bringing awareness, we're bringing stimulation, but we're also enticing, creating cleansing and clearing. This is going to push out toxins and used up energy and the things that don't serve anymore. not just metabolic waste. Come back to center and let's line it up again. Ground the feet, squeeze the block, squeeze the buttock muscles. Relax from the waist up, breathe. Engage the pelvic floor, engage the excretory sphincter muscles, and hold. And maybe move in and out of it so you can feel more deeply into where you feel, oh wow, I can't get that. I can't get that anal excretory muscle. Why can't I feel that? I work with a lot of women on pelvic floor health from, all kinds of traumas, birth and such. And it's amazing once you start to build awareness here how powerful this area is, for one thing. It's the foundation of support of our bodies, physically with the legs, obviously, right? That's the obvious physical part. But it's also the foundation of everything. Mentally, emotionally, psychologically, intellectually. Grounding the feet, squeezing the block, squeeze the buttock muscles. Engage the pelvic floor like a Kegel. This is Kegel's 102. Engage the excretory sphincter muscles. And breathe. A very fine-tuned effort here. It's not huge, 20% of your strength, because I don't want you to hurt yourself. Now, take your hands, put them on the outside of the hip points, and press in. The belly skin might feel like it softens, and see if you can engage those muscles in that pelvic panel. The low belly. And release. Keep the block between the legs passively. Hands over the right side inside the rib cage and the hip point on the right. Big balloon belly breath. Inhale, balloon that belly out. Exhale, squeeze it in. 2 more. And then a few breaths, just breathing normally. And then bring the feet back, the knees back to center. Now, take the block on the widest width between the thighs. Ground the feet, bring the feet towards each other or together. Same thing. Ground the feet, squeeze the block. Already you feel different muscles. Yes, some of you may notice. Engage the buttock muscles, engage the pelvic floor, engage the excretory sphincter muscles, and hold. Hold your Ashwini Mudra without judging. I like to think about what kind of horse mine is. What are its colors and patterns? Where is it running? Ashwini Mudra. This builds a lot of our strength. This is a very curative healing routine when you must do it gently. There's a lot of stuff here in this first and second chakra area in humanity and probably in most of our lives. It's a gentle way to get reconnected, to encourage it to strengthen, encourage these tissues, this area energetically and physically to cleanse and tone and harmonize and balance. Grabbing the feet, squeezing the blocks, squeezing the buttock muscles, engage the pelvic floor, engage excretory sphincter muscles. Very gentle. Relaxed completely from the waist up. Wet spaghetti noodle there. And let go. And this time, just take the block and put it on your belly button and put your hands over it. And just have the legs with the knees bent. And you're going to take 3 breaths, ballooning the belly out into the block and resisting just a little bit. And then exhale, pull the belly in, push the block, but resist. That's a really, just play with it. It's a really complicated combination, but try it. Inhale, Push the belly out, push the block towards the belly and resist. Exhale, pull the belly in, push the block and resist with the belly. And when you've done 3 or 4 of those, just breathe normally. All right. Can everyone roll over to to your right side? Can everyone roll over to your right side and be okay there? You can hold your head on your hand, or you can put a block under your head. I want to do some side things here. Have the knees bent to begin with. Everybody can do it. Everyone's on their right side. All right. Straighten out the right leg, bend the left knee, and see if you can bring the sole of the foot to the floor in front of the body. Now take your left hand and push into the knee and resist with the knee. The right side of the body is grounded. I want you to try and make sure your spines are straight. Some of you, your upper body is tilting forward, so walk it back more, a little bit more. And again, like when we did the stretching over the bolster on Friday night, the left shoulder is over the right shoulder, left hip is over the right hip, and the leg and the torso and the head are in one line. Now let that go and bring the foot behind the right leg. And once again, press into the thigh and resist with the hand. These are not easy, so just play with them. It's a weird way to work with your body. The right side of the spinal column now is, kind of getting a gentle, passive tractioning in there. All the blood, lymph, and energy is kind of floating down towards the right side of the body, rinsing and washing as it goes. Now, bring the left hand behind the left knee. This is going to challenge your balance quite a bit. Foot coming up, bring the left elbow or hand behind the left knee. How's the balance there, right? Everybody's got it a little bit? And then let's see if you can straighten the leg out a little bit without falling over or leaning back. And then bend the left knee and take the inside of the left foot out in front of you, right off the hip. Now, don't let the left hip drag forward. Keep the left hip over the right hip. And if you can bring the inner edge of the left foot on the floor, go ahead and bring it down. Flex the ankle a little bit. The effort isn't huge. You're pushing the heel away a little bit. We're going to do the legs in a moment in a bigger way. This is really more about working the spinal column, this one. And then gently come back to a fetal position for a few breaths. Just curl up, curl the knees up towards the belly, head on your arm, and rest. And then when you feel ready, just roll over to the other side. And start with the knees bent, just to kind of get a feel for lying on your side. Make sure you got the spine straight. Make sure the right shoulder is over the left shoulder, the right hip is over the left hip. And then after a few breaths there, just allowing the body to acclimate some. You can put a brick under your head, whatever works for you, your hand or a brick. Straighten the left leg out. Check that you're in a line. Are you in a line? You can check that. And then bend the right knee and bring the foot on the floor in front of the left leg. Bring the right hand to the inner edge of the right knee. Did I say wrong? Let the right hand inside the knee or the thigh of the right leg. Push it away, but resist. Do you feel that all the way up inside the right side of your low belly panel? See if you can feel that there, because that's where it's at. Psoas. Yeah. Psoas, This helps with piriformis syndrome. all kinds of stuff. Okay, we can let that one go and then bring the foot behind the left leg. Same thing, press into the thigh, resist with the leg into the hand. I know the arms are going, oh geez, I didn't know I was going to do this much work, but maybe you're doing too much. And then let's raise the right leg up, bring the hand or the elbow behind the right knee. Check your balance. And then if you do have your balance, see if you can gently open it up. Really let the left side of the body ground. That'll help you not wibble wobble. And then bend the right knee and send the heel out right off the hip. See if you can bring the inner edge of the right foot on the floor. Drag the right hip back. It's okay if the knee is bent. Just do what you can. And then gently bring the legs together and roll onto your belly. And make a support for your forehead with your forearms. Stack the forearms, take the legs as wide as your mat, toenails are on the floor, and bring your forehead down. Makarasana, crocodile pose. We're going to do some brain gym. And be comfortable here. If you need a prop underneath the rib cage, you could put a blanket under there. If it feels stuffy on your neck and chest and throat, you can put a blanket under your ankles if that feels uncomfortable with the tops of the feet on the floor. And let's just rock the hips side to side. Rock them side to side. And then pause on that one for a moment and rock the head side to side, massaging the frontal lobe of your forehead and brain. Third eye is there. A little rocking side to side. And pause. And then bend the knees and swing the feet out and in, crossing them behind you, changing which one is in front. So inhale, you can do it with your breath. Inhale, the feet swing out. Exhale, the ankles cross. Inhale, swing them out. Exhale, cross the opposite one. So just do that a few times. You'll feel like the thighs are kind of rolling a little bit over themselves. This is really good for proprioception. It's part of brain gym exercises that are used for people with brain repair and toning. And then let the feet still be in the air behind you there. And let's make some circles with the ankles and go slow and really examine what that circle feels like without you having to see it with your legs behind you. Isn't that kind of cool? It's weird. And then change direction. And then point and flex. Really stretch the top and the bottom of the foot. Move slow, slow down. Slow it down, okay? And then release the feet to the floor, toenails down, and rest for a moment. Shoulders out of the ears. And now release the right arm long with the fingertips on the floor overhead and turn the toes of the right leg under. Push the heel away. So the whole right side of the body now is stretching, stretching, stretching. Right fingertips are on the floor. The arm is reaching. The heel is pressing away with the toes turned under. The front of the right leg is lifted, and you're stretching the whole right side body out here. Left side of the body is completely relaxed. Take a few breaths.
And then release and change sides. So bring the right forearm under the forehead, stretch the left hand out, come up onto the fingertips, turn the left toes under, press the heel away, and stretch the whole left side of the body. Right side of the body is completely relaxed, breath is flowing. Feel that contrast, left to right. And then release and come back to crocodile. Rest the forehead on the forearms, one on top of the other. Rock the hips side to side. Let the hips rest. Rock the head side to side, massaging the forehead. Turn the toes under, press the heels away, and rock the heels side to side, rolling across the toes. Tops of the legs are up, off the mat. You're on the tippy toes, or they're turned under. Just rocking the heels side to side, and then rest. Now, bring your elbows under your shoulders. Can everybody do that?
Can you all bring your elbows? This is Sphinx pose. Make sure the elbows are under the shoulders. So most of you probably have them too far back. Walk the elbows forward, everybody, at least 4 inches. You feel the space that opened up when you did that? Now look up.
Take your gaze to the right. See if you can bend your right knee and bring your heel towards your butt. It's a very interesting stretch. Just do what you can. Don't force, please. And then gently come back to center. And release the head down and either rock it side to side or make little circles. Think of it as massaging your neck and throat. And bring the face to center. And look to the left. And then bend the left knee. Bring the heel towards your buttock. Keep pressing the floor away with the forearms and palms, lengthening through the belly. Pubic bone is gently grounding. And then release back to center. Bring the head to center. Put the foot down. Release the head down, and again, either rock side to side or make little circles. And just back to the center for a moment, just a beat in Sphinx. And then release and roll back onto your back.
How's everybody doing, okay? Are you falling asleep yet? Isn't this like a massage internally? It's like so amazing, isn't it? I know. It's so simple. It's so simple. So we're going to do some more of these Bartuniev primal patterns. Hey, we're all about changing patterns that aren't serving us, right? So take the legs wide, and then take the arms wide. So think of a starfish, right? So you think of your body as having 4 limbs, your hands, your feet, your fingertips, your toes. You actually have 6 limbs. You have a crown and a tailbone, actually 7. You have a breastbone, xiphoid process, I think it's called. So think of yourself as a starfish with these 6 limbs, right? And just lie here in this, it's a cross, it's, an X. It's not really a cross, it's an X. And there are starfish in the world. And then gently, ever so gently, very tiny movement, you're going to bring the right elbow and the left elbow towards each other, and you're going to let the body kind of tilt to the right without lifting anything. You're just gliding on the floor, you're sliding. So bend the right knee slightly, bend the right elbow slightly, as if you were going to bring them together, but you're not even close. And let the spine curve in that direction as well. But keep your face pointing to the ceiling. Everybody got that one?
Now just rest there, let go. Let the leg and the arm land. Left side of the body is completely relaxed. Palms and fingers are curved. Very nice, very nice. It's not a pose, it's a position. We're talking to your DNA here. All right, come back to center, straighten it all out, come to center. 6 limbs, fingertips, toe tips, tailbone, crown of the head. Now going to tilt to the left by bending, well, you're going to keep the right hand and foot still. Bend the left elbow, the left knee, let the spine curve in that direction. But keep your back of your head flat on the floor, lifting your face towards the ceiling. So just a gentle curve in the spine. Let the left leg and arm be heavy. Let the right leg and arm be heavy. There's another exercise we're not going to do in here today where you roll across the room in this position. It's really fun. It's hard too. And then come back to center and just plop there. Don't even just rest. Oh, the sea star, I'm so beautiful. You have glitter and luminescence and iridescence, and you do. People who can see the energy body see those things. One more time to the right. Remember, keep relaxing. I keep catching myself holding somewhere. Back to center. When you're ready, to the left. And actually rolling across the floor is kind of good for you if you can do it when you get home. You don't have to do it in an X because that's kind of harder, but you could do it just rolling. I do it with my grandniece and nephew, they love it. And back to center. And then let's just bring one hand on the belly, one hand on the arm part, and bring the legs together. Just take a little break here. A little break. Lying still. Make sure the torso is straight. Bring your toes together. Look up. Make sure your body is straight. Because we might be crooked from all that. There we go. Now move the hands to where the legs meet the torso. That area right there. Now, this is another one. This is another one of these Bartaniyev movements. And it's also a good one for the psoas and iliopsoas. So your left leg is completely relaxed, and you're going to bend the right knee and drag the right heel towards you with as little effort as possible. Just drag, drag, drag it up and let the foot land. And then let the knee flop to the right, gently. And then bring the knee back up to the ceiling. And then drag. Push, push, push the heel away, slow, slow, slow. Try not to engage anything that isn't necessary, and then release and let the feet flop open. All right, so you get what that was a little bit about. It's very slow. You're minimizing effort. Toes to the ceiling on the right leg. Drag the right heel towards your buttock until the foot can land, and then just let the right knee flop out to the right gently. Bring it back. I want you to feel the tendons under your hands or the skin and the flesh, and then push the heel away, gentle, gentle. Oh, try not to engage anything you don't have to, and let the foot flop open. Let's do the other side. Left toes to the ceiling, drag the heel in, drag, drag, drag. Oh yeah, I'm using that one too much, I can tell. As soon as the foot can land, let it land. Notice, did your low back arch? Are you engaging your mouth, your jaw, your ears? Pay attention. Let the left knee flop to the left. It's okay if the right hip lifts. Bring the knee back to the ceiling. And then slow, 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 with as minimal effort as possible, push that heel away, and then let the foot flop open once the leg is straight. One more time. Just play with it. I'm not going to say anything. Drag the heel towards you and go. You know the rest of it.
Do one more on each side. Seal. Minimum to no effort to do this. I can't tell you how good this is for your deep six muscles, all those structures that hold the legs on, the pelvis and the pelvis connected to the spine and the sacrum. And then just rest. And then when you feel ready, slowly roll to one side. Spend a couple of breaths there because you've been down a while. And then sit up and notice how you feel. And I want you to get very comfortable in your seat because we're going to do a little bit of breath work, just a little bit. So breath work and breathing are so important. Your left and right nostrils are connected to your left and right hemispheres of your brain. And those hemispheres control everything in your body through your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, hormones, neurotransmitters, chemicals, everything. Okay? So breathing well is really super important. And I'm going to give you a few pranayamas. Pranayama. Control and expansion of the breath, which means then you have control and expansion of your mind, your mental emotional self, your intellectual self. Anybody notice you're seeing a little different now? Isn't it amazing? You're all juiced up. The body, given the right causes, conditions, circumstances, support, will function. It will heal. I've seen miracles. I've seen miracles, and I don't know thousands of miracles. All right, close your eyes. Nice tall spine, and let's just diaphragmatically breathe for a few moments together. 4 count inhale, 2 count pause, 4 count exhale. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. When you pause, engage your pelvic floor. Take the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Exhale, release it. 2, 3, 4. Pause, engage pelvic floor. Tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Release it. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause, engage. Continue on your own. Do 3 more rounds from wherever you are, and then breathe normally. And when you are breathing normally, just keep your eyes open so I know we're ready to do the next one. But stay in your space, stay in your space. So we'll do a little alternate nostril. The right hand thumb is going to gently close the right nostril. The right pinky is going to gently close the left nostril. If it's comfortable to support your hands, you could bring the other 3 fingers to your forehead, or just let the arm be at rest. And I'll call it out. Inhaling through both nostrils. Close right, exhale left. Close left, inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Close left, inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Keep right closed. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Close right, inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Close right, inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Keep left closed, inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Close left, inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Close left, inhale right. Release your hand, exhale through both nostrils. 3 breaths in and out through both nostrils. You can take your internal gaze to your third eye, and for the next round, if it's comfortable, you can bring the tip of the tongue gently to the front of your teeth, the back of the teeth, the back of the front teeth, or to the soft palate, the roof of the mouth. Prepare your hand. Let's inhale together through both nostrils. Close left, exhale right. Close right, inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Close right, inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Keep left closed, inhale right, gazing to the third eye, to the tongue roof of the mouth. Close right, exhale left. Close left, inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Close left, inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Release your hand. 3 breaths through both nostrils. Let your eyes gently flutter open. All right, we're going to wake you up a little bit. So we're going to do a little bit of bee breath. And that's so simple. You just inhale through the nose, and on the exhale and the inhale, if you can, you make a bee noise by just kind of humming. And you want to try and get it to the point where you have a lot of vibration in your face, in your glands here, in your ears. So all of our bee sound is going to be different. Once we move into beyond the first breath, we're all going to be moving at a different pace. So just follow your inhale and exhale. It isn't necessary to make the noise on the inhale, but if you can, go ahead. One of my teachers used to say the exhale is the male bee, the inhale is the female bee. So just have fun with it. It's a fun breath. Nice deep inhale. Keep going. Make sure the face and mouth and throat are relaxed, the eyes are relaxed, you're just making a noise by humming. As soon as your inhale comes, take it and go again. You can play with the tone to get the most vibration or different vibrations. Have fun with it. 3 more rounds from wherever you are. And when you do finish, just breathe normally. And after a few breaths, to let your eyes flutter open so you know we can all come back together. Close your eyes, sitting up gently. Feel the breath. Feel the breath of the nostril tips. Just a quick meditation to close with when we do our cycle. And feel that breath coming in through the nostril tips up to the center of the forehead. It's a channel. It's a short channel. It has immense energy here. So we're going to stimulate it and move it around a little bit. So inhaling from the nostril tips to the center of the forehead. Exhale from the center of the forehead to the nostril tips. Be still and silent inside. Just following this channel with your breath, keeping the breath long, smooth, even, and balanced. And then along the journey, from the nostril tips, take a pause at the inner corners of the eyes, a gentle pause between the eyebrows, up to the center of the forehead, third eye, with the inhale. And then exhale, making a few stops in the journey between the exhale from the third eye, middle of the forehead, between the eyebrows, inner corners of the eyes, backs to the nostril tips. Follow these points, your inhale and your exhale. This is an extraction from the Shoka meditation, which is a very advanced, wonderful, beautiful practice. Gentle touching these points of sweetness that you start to collect from these very high, refined energies that are in this area. Very high vibratory frequencies. Tapping in. And the next time you take an inhale from the nostril tips, take it all the way to the crown of your head. And exhale from the crown to your toes. And then inhale from the toes to the crown. Exhale from the crown to the toes. And imagine this inhale comes from the toes up the front of the body, breaks all the way through everything to the crown, and on the exhale down the back of the body, back to the soles of the feet, breaking through everything physically and solid. A few breaths with this awareness as if you're breathing now this orbit, your whole body. This is toning up your conception vessels. Your governing vessels, your energy channels. Taking all that sweet energy energy and all the work you've done is, again, distributing it throughout yourself. Just a couple more breaths. And come back to the breath at the nostril tips. Feel the breath at the nostril tips. Let's gently bring the palms together and rub them. Create a little heat. And then gently cup your face, the heels of the hands on your cheeks, and fingers over the forehead and hairline. Let the eyes bask closed for a few moments if you can. Slowly waking up, becoming more and more into present time awareness. Open your eyes into your hands. And then let's release the hands, palms together, the Anjali Mudra with the thumbs against that area we tapped before, right over the thymus gland. And we'll chant one Om, taking a nice big inhale. Shanti, 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 peace, 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 peace within, peace without, peace for all. Namaste.